Okay, let's see what we got here. We got a FL250 Honda Odyssey. I'm guessing it's about a 78, somewhere in there. The earliest ones I think were from 76. They were yellow like this. And then a few years later they turned red and they had a few little upgrades. Now this one is not the best one I have. I have like a bunch of these I picked up a few years ago. But this is the only one I have that has a title. So that number right there is really important. So I have enough parts, I think, to build 2 of these. And what, last year I picked up a motor. I think the motor might be good. So this is the one we're going to use. It's the one with the title. So I'll show you the other parts I have. Okay, here's the Odyssey parts I have. Here's an aftermarket frame. There's another frame back in there. That blue one is something I made in high school. There's the one I have that has a good motor. Had that running a year ago. And the one next to it, I think I'm going to bring that one in the shop. I'm going to steal some parts off it. And got a few frames here too. Yeah, a couple years ago I looked all around for Odysseys and Odyssey parts, and I found all this stuff and brought everything I could home. And I only had one good motor, and then last year I found another motor. So that's my Odyssey stash. Most of the motors look like this when you get them. Been sitting out in the weather, junk, missing all the parts. So that's how most of the stuff I have is. So, but I do think I have enough of the major components to build 2. I have no good fenders. Okay, so let's tear this thing apart and build it back up. First thing I'm going to do is to see if I get some air in the tires, and then I think we'll cut this cage off. The guy I got it from said they used to race these. He personally used to race these down, I'm not sure where, Olympia, somewhere around Seattle area. But you got to realize that was 40 years ago. So Okay, let's see what we got. Alright, everything came apart pretty good. I had one bolt on the seat that I had to cut. Other than that, everything came out. All the threads are good, and all the captive bolts. The brakes locked up. I took the bolt down to the pin, but the pin's locked up, so I lubed that up. So the steering wasn't steering. I got it steering a bit. It's still a little rough. One tire holds air. So I think that we're ready for the next step. And that's to make a roller. Get some rear tires on there. Get 2 good front tires on there. Make sure it steers okay. And then start building it back up. Mount the motor in there. Gas tank, get that thing running, get the drive system going. So that'll be next. So pretty simple once you get it all tore down. Just a simple pressed steel channel type frame. Everything bolts to. This is interesting. You got this crossbar here. Must be to keep your feet from flying out. So took off all the safety gear. Looked like thick wall water pipe. I'm sure it did the job though. So I'm glad I have extra parts. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have all the extra parts. So there it is. Okay, let's see what we got here. So here's the one I'm going to fix up, and here's a good axle with a brake system. Here's a complete motor that turns over, looks promising. Here's another frame, and I think the tires are going to be donated to that one. This frame has a few issues. Not sure. Looks like it's been braced up a couple times and welded and cut. Anyway, so this is a usable frame, but it has been modified. So the tires from this one are going on there, and not sure about this rear axle, but I got 3 to choose from here. And the engine's going on, so it looks like I need a motor bracket, there's a, what do you call it, framework that goes on there to hold the motor. So I think first off, I'm going to make it a roller. Take these tires and put them on this thing. Make this thing roll. That's what we'll do. Okay, let's see what we got here. Got 4 newer good tires on here. These here are the modern style rims. They're one piece. The old Honda Odyssey wheels were a 2-piece bolt together, and they were straight on the sides, no bead lock. But these tires have a really wide bead. So it's amazing that this one still holds air. 40 plus years old. So we got good tires on the front, good tires on the back. So we kind of got a roller. This needs to be freed up. That brake caliper right there is stuck. So I think that's the next thing I'll do, is work on that brake caliper. Steering was stuck when I started working on it, but it's getting better the more I play with it. So it looks like the shocks are stuck. There's no give when you push on them. So okay, so next thing is that brake caliper. Check that out. And then I'll go into my stash and find a engine cradle. We can mount that engine in there. Thanks for watching, and until next time, later.